Welcome back to Our Town, Our Time. I'm with Chris Hoy from Covered Distributing, and we are crafting, and she's showing me some great techniques. What are we going to do now, Chris?
I'm going to show you how to use stencils and stamps.
All right, great.
And most of the time these are thought of as being used on paper only, but I'm going to show you how you can use them in different ways. When you create gifts, it doesn't have to be really complicated. But one thing really nice about handmade gifts, actually two things. One thing is you're going to save a lot of money.
Right.
And number two, you're going to show how much you really care.
Right, because you took the time.
Right. So we are going to just take, this is a nice little, just a little plain metal container.
Okay.
And we sell these, they're decorated, I think you saw earlier, the different designs that are on it. But I'm going to just simplify it a little bit and make it, actually you are going to make it. And we're going to use some of these tools to create some, just a little flurries and a little snow scene on it.
Okay.
All righty. We are going to just, again, we're using the acrylic paint. It dries quickly, cleans up with soap and water. There's no fumes. There's nothing you have to worry about, safe for the kids. And we're going to use a cling stamp. Now, if you don't know what a cling stamp is.
I don't.
I have one. They just come.
And you sell these?
Come in a package.
Okay.
You get a couple different stamps in it.
Okay.
They're thin. And they're cling. You remember all the things you used to stick on your window? That's what this is. So there's an acrylic block that they stick to. And let me move that out of the way. And we're just going to take this and press it onto the acrylic block, and it's stuck.
So it kind of makes your holder.
Yes, exactly. That way you don't have to get it on your hands. And we're going to use, these are those little cosmetic sponges you get at the drugstore. Very inexpensive. We're just going to get a little bit of paint on the sponge, and I'm going to cover the stamp just very evenly. Now, because this paint does dry quickly,
you have to move quickly?
You do, you do. You don't want it to dry before you get on there, because obviously if it dries before it gets on there, you're not going to get a very good imprint. Okay, and we'll just make sure everything's covered well. And then I've got a little piece of paper here. I'm just going to stamp it down. Make sure it fits on there. And I'm going to press it down and press evenly and gently, because I want to make sure that it goes down. If you press it really, really hard, you're going to squash all the paint out, and you're not going to have a good imprint. But look at that. I mean, that's how simple it is. And you can see how fancy that looks.
It does. And I mean, it looks like you painted it, or, you know.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this over to you.
All right.
Get your sponge. And you're going to load it up. Yeah, you don't want it so overloaded that it's going to run all over the stamp. You want to maintain those crisp, clean lines. And just pounce it on there and cover it nice and even.
Okay. And why I'm doing this, you're awful modest. I have some magazines that you've been published in. Actually, you're on the cover, and they're in lots of stores, Kroger's and everything. And then you've also done your own.
I have.
Tell us about those.
I love to design. I'm usually in the Paintworks magazine, comes out a monthly national publication.
Wow.
I like to do articles in there. There used to be a lot of different painting magazines. We're down to just a few now. Love to spread my talent and share my ideas.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, flip it over.
Okay.
And this gives you a chance to decide where you want to center it or how you want to put it on there. Yeah.
Angle it, maybe?
Yeah.
You think?
That's going to be tight because it's.
You think?
Yeah. And once you lay it down, you can't scooch it around. Okay. And I think.
Let's see.
Yeah, you might want to press underneath, because as you're pressing down, it's kind of.
It's kind of going.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. So you're in these magazines.
Yes.
And you show your techniques and your different designs.
Yeah, and what's fun about the magazines, you get the finished project, and then you also get all the instructions so that you can do it on your own.
What do you think?
Lift it up. See what you got. Ooh.
Oh, well, look. See, I'm not so bad. I knew you were nervous at first.
No, I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then you have your own publications.
I do.
And how would someone get a hold of one of those?
You can go to www.cdwood.com, and we have all the designs are available online. Or you can give the store a call.
Okay.
Or you can even come stop in.
Yes,
and
come to the store.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be the best thing. That way you can see all the different things that you have.
Okay, I think we need to jazz it up a little bit.
Okay.
Alrighty. This is a stencil, and there's all different kinds of stencils, different sizes. You can get different shapes. I like this one because there's so many different sizes.
Right, on one sheet you can use it for all kinds of stuff, I guess, huh?
So what you do is we're just going to use the same sponge. There again, you don't have a lot of money into this. With something like this, you can use it over and over. The little tags, you could just do a rose snowflake. I mean, the ideas just go on and on. If you have kids that you want to create for grandma or aunt or uncle or whatever, give them the tools. You will be amazed at what kids come up with. Okay, we're just going to lay it down, and we're just going to stamp over top of it, and we've got a little snowflake. So, okay.
All right.
It's your turn.
Okay, which one am I using?
Whichever one you want. This is yours, so you can create.
Kind of like, and that's dry already, right? Should be.
It's fairly dry. If you scrubbed it, it's going to come up. But
okay, but I mean, I can lay this on here?
No, yeah.
Okay.
And you want to lay it down flat.
Okay.
Because we have this handle here, it's going to kind of
mush it up?
Yeah, you want to make sure you hold it tight against the surface. And a lot of times, too, because these snowflakes are close together, I would recommend maybe you take a little piece of tape, and that way it wouldn't get that. But if you do get that there, we can just rub that out.
Look at that. If all my mistakes were that easy to get rid of.
You know, that's what I love about this craft is because it's so very versatile.
Right.
You really can't make a mistake that you can't fix.
Right. I'm going to use it this way, I think. And again, tell us the hours of the store. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Well, and you don't actually teach classes at your store, though, right? We don't. We do have special events that we offer classes. We just had our Christmas festival last weekend and had teachers and designers come in from Chicago and Des Moines, Iowa. And we had a wonderful event. Yes. So, and we have probably hundreds and hundreds of samples on display, lots of pieces, and you can see like with these little ornaments, and these are wood, and I have some, these are wooden jingle bells, but you can see how simple it is. You can just put some snowflakes on there. Wouldn't this make a nice gift? Yes, they're wonderful. And are those the stencils? Like that? No, these are just drawn on there. But you could use the stencil or the stamps, right? You could just, and because they're a cling stamp, even when you're working on a rounded rounded shape, you can kind of form it to fit around the shape. Whatever you have. Yeah. Well, great. Well, stay with us. We're going to be right back, and I want to kind of display some other stuff that you've done and talk a little bit more. Okay. We'll be right back in a few minutes.